Hi, friend. This is Dr. Apurv Mehra, and welcome to this Monday motivation. And the topic for today is self belief. It is something which I always remember. I used to travel to Nagpur and to that city where I had a lot of love from the students. So वहाँ पे लिखा होता था ये आत्मविश्वास से बड़ी कोई शक्ति नहीं है, which means that self belief or confidence is the biggest strength that you have, right? So this was at the Nagpur airport, and these were the, and below it, beneath it was written by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar sir. So I want to talk about this line that we always feel that self doubt if you kill it, you will have belief. This is actually not absolutely true. Self belief is a product of self doubt well worked upon. So, example, right? If you have a doubt, right? Let's believe I am a basketball player. Let's assume I am somebody who needs to grip up the ball and I need to throw it hard, right? So I understand that I need a big grip in my hand, right? And if my hands are not big enough, then the second thing I can do is I can make the muscles very strong, right? So now the problem was that my hands were not big. The solution was to develop your muscles of the hand and work on them. So will I be able to take it? There's a doubt. With the size of the hand, maybe not. Belief comes when I work on this. So self-doubt will point out the points which you need to work upon. So doubt will give you pointers to look at. Right? It tells you that you need to learn what exactly are your fights. Learn, unlearn, relearn is the phenomena of life. So, if I am not scoring very good in my grand test, and if I keep on sticking to the method I have, and I do not listen to the people who have crossed the bridge, my teachers who have been guiding everybody and mentors, I am not doing the right thing, because as a medical student, my main aim is to keep learning every day till the last day of my life, and the day I don't learn, I die. This is what has been said by Hippocrates. This is what the guy who gave us the oath said, that a doctor has to learn every day, and this is what you need to do. So if you can't score well in the grand test, or you are not doing well in the entrance exam, find out where you are and work on them. It is something that requires tuning, because you need to adapt to the change. That is the only way to progress, because change is the only constant in the world. All right? You need to kill this self-doubt and earn the self-belief. You need to have number one thing in the world called as work ethics. Work ethics means you have to show up irrespective of your health, irrespective of any untoward events around you. You have to stand up, stand tall, and you have to work very hard. This is what is one notion that you need to remember. You must be the most hardworking person you know in your life. It is extremely important. Another pointer to self-belief is a mark of assessing how fast you are doing things, how well you are developing your skills. Sometimes they say it's very good to be perfect, but I believe your speed is more important than perfection. Perfection is a process. So keep learning the skills. Like example, people think it's just about knowledge. I don't think so. MCQs are art. They are skill. You need to practice them. And you need to have a development that you need to shift from one to the other. You can't stick on at a place. So your balance has to be there in maintaining the momentum of your studies with a constant speed, developing and harnessing the skills of solving the questions. When you do both the things together, then you are inching closer to your self-belief, right? One more thing is important. There are people you have to understand who will think that if I work hard, I can do great. True. Some people feel I have an extra edge with my brain. True. But I can tell you one thing I can promise you. Hard work will always beat a talented brain if the talented brain does not work hard. So the point here is very important. Work very hard. That's the key here. So if I have to give you one base of my talk today, it is that action is the best motivation. And the most motivated is the person who works the most hard to the knowledge they have. As you progress, there has to be something called as an analysis. Analysis can be self, or analysis can be with an exam or a grand test. I say do both. Have the courage to look in your eyes and answer, am I improving? Look at the exams, have an objective analysis how you're improving in the important PYQs, PYTs, and the important topics that have been covered for times immemorial. When you have self-belief, looming around this word of self-belief, is something called as overconfidence. Never get into that, Zeb. There is a need for a reality check. That reality check is something that you always need in your life. If you enter into overconfidence, you are digging your own grave. Don't go into that. And most important thing which I want to tell you here is, when you are treading to the path of success, right, you will have some failures into it. Those failures are never final. They are making you more experienced to become successful. So, never ever curse your failures. Accept them as a learning curve for you. Use that experience to gain momentum of self-belief in your life. When you are having this self-belief, never enter into overconfidence and learn to be deaf to people surrounding you. Because what will kill self-belief is a negativity. So there are two extremes. One is you become overconfident. Second, people say that you are not worth it. You need to be deaf both to overconfidence and to people surrounding negativity. And the last thing is what I believe is, when you know your priority, when you know that this is your priority, you will see suddenly your belief system becomes very strong. You remember that T20 match against Pakistan when India had to chase and Virat Kohli had hit 2 back-to-back sixes? That was his priority, to win the match, to cross the bridge, to sail us through. It was required. And he had a belief that I can do it. And we all remember those 2 sixes back-to-back. So remember the key point here. Action, hard work, looking at your target, these are things. And आत्मविश्वास से बड़ी सच में कोई शक्ति नहीं है. वो आपको हर बड़ी से बड़ी जंग जिताएगी. Thank you very much.